Hello V-Gates, my name is Monica Liana, and this is Books and Beauty, where I talk about books while doing my makeup. Yet again, I've already done my makeup. I should change that intro. Well, I wanted to do a quick recap on two books. The fourth Fallen series book, and the second of Somebody Else's Sky is the name of the book, and it's like the second in a 4-part series that I wanted to do for the mere fact that supposedly it's close to the Balance series. So I was like, I'm going to go down this rabbit hole. Well, first let's talk about the good book, which is the fourth part of the Fallen series. This one follows King and Queenie, which I thought it was going to follow right after where third left off, because it left off on a cliffhanger. It does not. It basically goes about midway from the third one, just in the perspective of King and Queenie. And then about halfway through is where the cliffhanger happens. And then you go from there and you figure out like what happens. I don't really got much to say about this book because I don't want to spoil it. Because this book, out of all of them, because the relationship's already established. Like the relationship's already established. There is no question about King and Queenie. This one is more of a plot book from like I said, where the third one kind of left off. You figure out what happens in the fourth one. So it's like, there's not a new relationship or anything like that. So I don't really want to say much more about it because I would be giving away quite a bit of information if I even talk about it. Because it has parts of what the third book has in this book. So I don't really want to talk about it other than it's good. And then the fifth book, we're going to go into Nova's story. Nova and Lily, I believe, is the female. We're going to go into her story. So then we're going to transition to new information. So don't got really much more to say about this one other than it's good. It slightly had me almost tearing up. I finished this book while I was at work. We were kind of slow, so I was reading it in my corner. And like, I was like, man, the boys are going to be like, what the hell is wrong with you? I'll be like, no, nothing, don't look at me, because like I was slightly tearing up. It got a little emotional, and like I said, I don't get emotional. I understand how this author is doing this to me, because I'm like, I am not an emotional person, yet these books with these fictional characters all of a sudden got me emotional. I will give the author the credit, because it's just like, I am a stone cold bitch. And the fact that you are getting me to the point of like I'm almost crying at work, I will give you credit for that. Now let's go to the one I don't fucking like. Somebody Else's Sky. So I'll give you a little quick recap of what's going on. So Manning went to prison for Lake, for the mere fact that like they couldn't give his alibi up because it could look kind of bad, because Lake was in his car at like 3 o'clock in the morning. Nothing happened, but they decided to not bring her into it because of the mere fact that like, yeah, nothing happened, but it looks really bad. So he goes to prison in the second book. He's in prison, I think 10 months. Tiffany is still with him, which I don't really understand Tiffany, because they are not actually boyfriend and girlfriend, yet she pretty much has pushed claim on him. And he kind of just allows it because he's like, well, nobody else is fucking seeing me, so yeah, I'll see her. So, and he doesn't talk to Lake. Lake writes him letters. He never responds. He never even reads them, because he doesn't want to do that to himself, definitely with him being locked in prison. And then he gets out for early release and he moves in with Tiffany. And, you know, they're together and stuff like that. He doesn't get around Lake. He sees her here and there because of family functions, because he's now kind of part of the family, because the dad eventually kind of accepts him for the mere fact that like Manning is actually a good guy, and encourages Tiffany to be a better person, because Tiffany is one of those people that's like, she gets on my nerves. I kind of understand her, but she also gets on my nerves, because what happened is her dad kind of has given up on her. She is the kind of bad girl, even though she's not that bad, but like she is not like Lake, who has pretty much been on honor roll, you know, A+, doing all these functions to like get into college that he wants her to go to, because he wants to go to a Pacific college. So the fact that she is not this goody two-shoe, he pretty much has given up on her, so she has very low self-esteem, and she does stuff to get people's attention and to get it off of Lake. Like, I'm not gonna lie, she's a bitter little bitch, because anytime Lake has a function or they want to celebrate Lake, she gets all like, it's always about Lake, me. And it's kind of just like, girl, I get that you got daddy issues, but like, why are you mean to your sister? Your sister ain't did nothing to you. She's literally just busting her ass and getting these achievements. And yeah, she's even doing it and not really even happy about it. You should probably just feel maybe even a little bit bad for her. But she want to be a little bitch and just be like, it's always about Lake. Always about Lake, and tries to like take her shine at all the time and stuff like that. Anyways, but at the same time, I do understand Tiffany. She's just a little bit wants daddy's attention, and daddy doesn't want to give it to her, so she kind of lashes out to get his attention. So it's like, I get it. I don't think she's actually the worst one. Like, I like Manning. Tiffany is a little like, I get she's annoying, but like, I get her. Lake, on the other hand, I don't like Lake. I don't like her, and she's supposed to be the main person that Manning's supposed to get with. No, she's dumb, she's young and dumb, and she's naive, and she fucking is selfish as shit, and I do not like her. So anyways, she like I said, she wants Manning, she thinks about Manning. There's another guy that she kind of starts dating a little bit here and there, and she uses him as a distraction. That's exactly what she does, and he ends up figuring it out too. He's like, don't use me when you want to get your way to upset him. Like, he tells her, because he figures it out. And but they're not really around each other all that much. Manning has really made it a point of like, I will not be with her. This is not happening. Keep my distance. I am with Tiffany. Like, I'm not going to be with Lake. And he's trying to do a good thing. And like I said, the dad eventually comes around and thinks of like, maybe we can expunge your record and everything. So he's like, you know what? I'm going to be over here minding my business, and hopefully maybe I can get back on track. Like, that's kind of his hope. And he's doing, like I said, he's doing well with Tiffany. He's encouraged Tiffany to kind of get out of this bitterness and like better herself. So like, he's over here. And Tiffany starts pushing the whole marriage thing, which is kind of weird, because it's just like, you guys have barely been together, like physically have barely been together, but like, she wants to get married, and she ends up dropping the bombshell in front of everybody, because like I said, Lake was getting too much attention because she got into the college of her choice, and you know, she's graduated, and right in the middle of the graduation, she's like, oh yeah, by the way, me and Manning are gonna get married, which is like, that's a dick move to do. Like, and Manning's kind of like, oh, we kind of talked about it. I haven't even proposed. Like, what are you talking about? But like, he plays it off, and everybody's actually kind of happy and kind of like, okay, well, that's a good thing. And like I said, the dad kind of agrees. Like, you've been really well for Tiffany. I can even probably get you a job and try to get your record expunged and everything. So I'll agree to this. And Lake is having a panic attack and is basically like, he can't marry her. I'm now 18, which is like, why? Well, all of a sudden, now that you're 18, you think you're just gonna get him. And she basically is like, Tiffany will get over it. Like, once she realizes how well we are, she'll just be fine. Which is like, the man that she has been pretty much stalking and is making sure that she puts a ring on it. Yeah, she'll be fine that you took him. She'll be just fine. Okay, so the very end, like close to the end, they finally get kind of alone time. Like, they don't, like I said, they don't really get around to being alone. Like, he makes it very much of a point to not be alone with her, but he finally gets alone time. And I'm telling you, I was cheering him on, because he puts her in her fucking place. Because she asked, she's like, you know, leave Tiffany and be with me. And he's like, okay, I choose you. Now what? And she's just like, we'll be together. He was like, no, I'll go get my bags. And now what? Where are we going to go? And she's like, well, I'm going to be going to college, and then I'm living. He was all like, well, first of all, I'm on probation. I can't go there. So, and also, I can't live in the barracks. So where am I going? And she's like, well, we can get you an apartment. He's like, I'm a felon, and I have to provide first month's rent, last month's rent. I don't have that money. Where am I going? And she's just like, well, we can kind of work it out. He's just like, no, that's not how this works. I am a felon. A lot of places don't, give out to felons. He was like, plus, I'm trying to get this job, possibly with your dad. You think he would give me the job if I leave and get with you? She was like, no, I didn't think. He's like, yeah, you didn't fucking think about that. He puts her in her fucking place and basically is telling her, like, I get it, you love me. And yes, and he kind of, I think he admits it, if I believe right, that yes, I love you, I care for you. But he's like, this is the real world. This is adult time. This, just because you love me does not make everything disappear. And like, you thinking that means that you're fucking young. Just means it. It's like, you may be 18, but you don't know shit about the world. And I'm like, yes, tell her, put her in her fucking place. Because this girl, she really thinks that love will conquer all. And she's not even thinking about the details. She doesn't give a fuck about her sister. She don't care about her dad. She don't care about Manning. Like, she don't care about Manning. She's just like, I want you, so you need to just do it. And he's just like, no. He's trying to logically be like, hey, tell me point by point how we're going to make this work. And she can't say a damn word. She's literally umming and imming. And it's just like, yeah, exactly. So shut up. I don't want you. Go over there and like, leave me alone. Like, he literally tells her, he's like, leave me alone. And it's like, she's just like, no, I'm not gonna do it. Eventually she kind of realizes that, like, okay, maybe this won't work out, which is like, thank God. Yes, please. Think about it for 2 seconds. You haven't even kissed this boy. You are literally holding out for a man that you've never kissed, anything. You have not been with him, yet you love him so much that you're going to destroy everything and just hope that it works out. It's like, no, it's not going to work out. Plus, why do you even think that you love this man? I get that you have a crush on him, but it's like, you don't love him. You've never been with him. You've never even kissed him. Shut up. But anyways, so at the end, they get married. Tiffany and Manning, it's kind of a quick little marriage. I don't know why it's so quick, but get married and everything like that. And at the thing where they're all like, if anybody has words to say them now. She has the inner dialogue basically saying that she's about to say something. And I'm sitting there like, girl, you better not open that fucking mouth. And she ends up not. Spoilers. She doesn't say it, but she's just like, I'll let her have him for now. And I'm like, oh my God, I don't like her. And I know that they're gonna get together because there's 2 more books. So I'm pretty positive that the 3rd book is when they finally get together. It's been 2 books and they have not done anything together, which I'm like, there's no steam, there is nothing. It's just leering at each other. That's all they're doing, is just leering at each other, just thinking of, oh my God, I wish I could be with that person, but no, I can't. Like, that's all they've been doing for 2 fucking books. But I know that this next one, I'm like, they have to get together and everything like that. But the thing is, Ava, I don't want them to get together. I really don't. I'm almost to the point where I don't know if I'm going to finish this series because I don't like Lake. I don't like her. I think she's very selfish, young, and dumb. And I think that, like, love does not always conquer all. And she's being stupid. And then, of course, Manning is just going to break down and get with this chick. And I'm just like, Manning, don't do it. You're being such a good guy. Don't do it. But I know he's going to. So half of me wants to finish it just for the mere fact that I just want to roast it and just very much understand where this person thought that this was the same thing, like the off balance. There's no chemistry. There is no chemistry. I don't understand how they're even, like, people are rooting for this couple, because I'm like, there's nothing. They haven't done anything for me to be even thinking that they would even be a good couple. I think Manning is way too good for her, and she's just selfish. Anyways, let me stop. I gotta go to work, but yeah, that's my 2 cents. I don't like it, and I don't know if I'm going to continue, but I kind of want to continue just so I can roast it. Anyways, have a good day. Just bye.